Hello, and welcome back to another nail video. Today I will be doing short square polygel nails using my non-dominant hand. So I'll be using my left hand to do my right hand. And of course, like all of my prep, I'm using my cuticle pusher to gently push back my cuticles. And then I'm using my Melody Susie e-file and my fine grit sanding band to gently remove the shine from my natural nails. I'm not being too rough. I do have my e-file set to low. And I'm just taking my time in gently removing the shine from my natural nails and any old nail glue that may still be left on my nail plate. And once I'm done with that, I use my cuticle nippers to nip around my cuticle area. And I am taking my time when it comes to nipping my cuticles because, of course, I don't want to cut myself. And one trick that I've learned is to make sure that I have the nippers right underneath the skin before I nip. And that way I can ensure that I'm only clipping the cuticle. So yep, again, I'm taking my time and I'm just nipping away all of my dead cuticles. And I know that they're dead because they're super thick and they're also white. And so that's the only part that I'm nipping away. Next, I am using my ball nail drill bit to gently go around my cuticle area. And I would say that I have my e-file set to about a medium speed. And again, I am taking my time because I am using my non-dominant hand and I don't want to put too much pressure on the e-file. So yeah, I just take my time and I go around the cuticle area, and this helps smoothen out the skin around the cuticle area so that when I'm done, the set looks nice and polished. And off camera, I went ahead and dusted all of that debris off my nails. And I used my favorite nail glue, KDS nail glue, which you can find on Amazon, to glue down all of my nail tips for today. And if you notice, I am using one of my acrylic containers just to keep my hand nice and sturdy. That way I know that my nails are coming out straight. And off camera, I cut the tips down to my desired length. And now I'm using the same sanding band as before to gently blend my nail tip with my natural nail. I think that this is an important step because it allows for a smooth foundation for any nail enhancement that you're using, whether it be gel, polygel, or acrylic. So I would definitely suggest that you blend your nail tip in with your natural nail. And again, I do have my e-file set to about low to medium speed. And I'm using Mia's Secret Acid-Free Primer to prime my nails today. And priming your nails is a very important step, especially if you want your nails to last. So I highly suggest don't forget to prime. Your nails will last so much longer if you do. And because I'm doing polygel nails today, I'll be using Madam Glam's base coat. And I'm just going to apply a very thin layer of this base coat to each nail. And then I'm going to cure these nails for 60 seconds. And for today's set, I'll be using Beetle's Polygel, and this is in the color 181. I absolutely love it. It's a very light pink color. It's really pretty. So I applied just a small amount of the polygel towards the center of my nail. And then I just used my brush to flatten that product in place. I also began to push the product back towards my cuticle area. And I know I didn't show this on camera, but I am using alcohol as my slip solution. And once I feel as though I have enough product to cover the nail completely, then I begin to smooth the product out with my brush. And of course, I want to remove all the excess product from from the sides of my nails on my skin, because I don't want it to cure on my skin. And then I go ahead and cure that nail for about 60 seconds. And I just repeat the same step. So for this first finger, I actually applied a smaller amount of product. So I had to do 2 layers. But for the remainder of the video, you'll see I try to complete each nail in 1 layer just to save time. And because these nails are short, they don't need as much structure as longer nails. So I just continue to get the product as flat as possible before I go ahead and cure this nail for 60 seconds. And moving right along to my middle finger. If you notice, I am using more product this time because, again, like I mentioned before, I want to do these nails in 1 bead just to save time. And so I began by using my brush to get the product as flat as possible, and just to make sure that the nail is completely covered with product, I am using the tip of my brush to get around the cuticle area as close as possible and try to really tuck that product underneath the cuticle. And then I go ahead and try to get the product as smooth as possible before I cure the nails. And of course, I use the tip of my polygel brush to remove any excess product. And I pretty much just repeat the same steps on the rest of my nails. So I'll just let you all watch and enjoy. And I will leave a link down in the description box for all the products that I used in today's video. And these are how the nails look after the polygel application. Next, I'm using my 5-in-1 nail drill bill to go around the cuticle area. Now this time I do have my e-file set to a high speed because not only am I going around the cuticle area, but I am shaving the nails down just a bit because they are a little thick and I prefer thinner nails. And then also I want to try to get the product as smooth as possible. So I'm just taking my time. If you notice, I am trying to make sure that I rest my finger on my thumb. That way I have more of a sturdy surface and my e-file isn't like going all over the place. But again, I'm just taking my time and going around the cuticle area for all the nails to seal the cuticle because again, I want these nails to last. And then I'm removing some of the product off top to kind of thin these nails out just a bit. And once I'm done with my e-file, then I go back in with my hand file just to help crispen up my shape a bit. And today I'm using a 80/80 grit nail file. But you want to be careful when you're using a 80/80 grit nail file because polygel is really a soft product and this nail file will remove a lot of product at once. So you just want to be careful and mindful that if you're gonna use an 80/80 grit nail file, that it will remove a lot of the product quickly. I know typically I don't leave a lot of the shaping parts in my video, but I want to change that and kind of include them just so if you're doing your nails at home, you know how long it really takes and the kind of different positions that I have to put my nails in to get the perfect shape, especially when you're using your non-dominant hand. And these are how the nails turned out after they've been file shaped and buffed. Next, I am using Madam Glam's base coat, and I'm just going to apply a very thin layer of base coat to each nail, and then I'm going to cure these nails for 60 seconds. And what I've learned, if you are planning on doing any design with gel polish, it's always great to add a small layer of base coat because it evens the nail out to make it nice and smooth, and your gel polish will apply so much better. And I'm using Belle Epique by Madam Glam, and I'm just applying a very thin layer of this color to my ring finger, my middle finger, and my first finger. And I absolutely love this color. I think it's the perfect like pinkish nude color, perfect for summer, or if you're trying to do French tips. I think this is a really cute color. Also, Madam Glam's gel polish is nice and thick and creamy. And so it makes it so easy to use. I feel like if you're a beginner nail tech or even an experienced nail tech, you should definitely try Madam Glam's gel polish. A lot of their colors can be done in one coat. And here I am using another one of their gel polishes, Honest Sky. And it's this really pretty light teal color. Now this color is more of a shield or pastel color, but that is perfectly fine. I'm actually going to apply about 2 layers of this color, and I'm going to cure for 60 seconds in between each coat. I'm also using Bahama Mama and Barbie Girl by Madam Glam. And I do have a coupon code EasyNails35, which can save you up to 35% off your total. So again, I definitely highly suggest that you check out some of these beautiful gel polishes by Madam Glam. And I'll also leave a link directly to their website in the description box below. And I'm just using my striper brush and the color Bahama Mama to create a nice French tip on my first finger. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I can kind of struggle with French tips. So I'm trying my hardest to continue to practice on my French tips until I get better. Then I'm using my dotting tool, and again, this is the color Barbie Girl by Madam Glam, and I'm just using it to create an outline so I can have some really pretty summer flowers. So I just flip my dotting tool over to the skinnier side and use that to kind of pull the gel polish down. Then I'm going to repeat those same steps on my ring finger. Use my dotting tool to create an outline for a really pretty summer flower. And then flip it over to drag that gel polish down so that the flower really comes together. And then I go ahead and cure both of these flowers for about 30 seconds before adding my center piece, because I don't want the gel polishes to mix or mess up.
And then I'm just going to continue to add more flowers to these nails. And once that's done, I'm using my blooming gel by Amico. And I did purchase this blooming gel off of Amazon. And I'm just applying a nice layer to my pinky finger as well as my thumb finger, because I am going to be creating a design using the blooming gel with the blooming gel effect. And so then I just use my dotting tool in the color Barbie Girl to create a nice little blooming gel design. Off camera, I did let the gel sit for a couple seconds just so when I did apply the product, it would spread and bloom nicely. And then, of course, I'm going to go ahead and cure these nails for about 30 seconds. And last but not least, I am using Madame Glam's No Wipe Top Coat. And I'm just applying a thin layer of top coat to each nail. And then, of course, I'm going to cure these nails for 60 seconds. And these are how the nails turned out. I love them. They're so bright and cute and just fun for summer. And just looking at them, you never would have believed that I completed this set using my non-dominant hand. If I can do it, so can you. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next nail video.